Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here on the NOFSRL channel, and we are here, finally, at the Pocono Raceway for the Haas World Championship 100, qualifying for the finale race in the 2020 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series. And I know it was said many times that this race was going to be on Labor Day. I never had any time to record the race by Labor Day. So I moved it to this weekend, and it actually fits pretty well because I didn't have anything planned this weekend for the channel. It gives you guys something to watch tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. And even though the championship battle is all but clinched for Chase Harris, still going to be a fun race nonetheless here from 40 laps at Pocono. Now, Nicholas Samedeo does still have an opportunity at winning this championship. However, for Samedeo to win it, he is going to need to win the race and have Chase Harris fall back, I believe, let me do the math here correctly, from 27th? No. The worst that Chase Harris, or should I say the worst that, or the best I should say, that Chase Harris can finish and Nicholas Samedeo still has an opportunity at winning the championship would be, he would have to gain, Samedeo would have to gain 54 total points. It would be the maximum amount of points he can gain if he wins the pole and leads the most laps in tomorrow's race to win. That would be 54 points, so that means that Chase Harris cannot receive any more than 5 points, which means that any opportunity for Nicholas Samedeo to win the championship, he would have to win, and Chase Harris would at least have to finish 26th or worse. So there's a lot of factors going into it. Actually, let me rephrase that. There aren't a lot of factors going into it. It's pretty straightforward and simple, but it's going to take a lot to happen for Samedeo to win the championship. He needs to win. That is all there is to it. He will not be able to gain enough points if he finishes in any other position. So this is going to get interesting, but the main focus is more than likely going to be on the race tomorrow instead of the championship. Obviously, those finale races, Chick-fil-A Cup Series and Turkey Hill Series, they were a little hard to do in post production there when I was putting up the points. We're not going to do that for the Haas IndyCar Series race because the championship format, or the championship battle, is pretty straightforward. If Nicholas Samedeo is not leading, Chase Harris wins the championship. Pretty straightforward and simple from there. But it is still one more race to close out the season, and one more race victory here in the Haas IndyCar Series 2020. What a year it has been. This series saw the first ever five-time, well, let me rephrase that, second ever five-time winner in the series. Eric Monaco actually went 5 wins in the Haas Dash Series earlier this year. But Chase Harris did so in a non-ratings-based series. Of course, Haas Dash Series, everyone kind of picked their own ratings somewhat, and that's partly why the number 10 of Eric, or should I say the whatever number Eric Monaco was driving in that series. That's partly why he did so good in that series, because he picked the best combination of ratings. Here, there are no ratings. Every car has the equal set of ratings in every category, and yet Chase Harris still won 5 times this season. Third of the races coming into this finale race. But he still hasn't clinched the championship. Obviously, we all know what happened there. That stretch in between his last 2 wins at Kansas and Gateway. Pikes Peak, Watkins Glen both times, and Canadian Tire all below 20th or worse in those races. So definitely was not a good season in that regard for Chase Harris. His wins are what have propelled him to this championship, essentially. Obviously, he still has to hold on to it. Currently 17th and now 18th quickest with Samedeo 5th. So it get a little interesting right there in the race. But Chase Harris definitely one of those drivers who would not be in this championship position if he did not win. I mean, even if he finished second in all of those races, I don't think he'd be leading in the points coming into this race. That's just how much those wins and all those points he get for winning contributed to him, being in this position here coming into this finale race. Marty Johnson, currently the fastest driver, and he has held the fastest time pretty much this entire session. And we got a faster track this year, got this thing modded up more realistically. However, if we do end up with a wreck in tomorrow's race, that won't be realistic. The grip is so high on this track that they really grip on the racetrack if they spin around or something like that. It'll be a little goofy, but we're not expecting there to be a lot of wrecks in tomorrow's race. If anything, this race could go caution-free tomorrow, so definitely hoping for that to be the case. Marty Johnson, Garrett Senor, number 21 Nathan Faden, Justin Zidell, and the 7 machine of Dale, or should I say Thomas Lipscomb, Dale Lightning's teammate. That's the top 5 with Luke Rainey, Christian Master, Thomas Troxel, Nicholas Samedeo, and Chase Harris right on each other in 9th and 10th. Samedeo's got the inside lane. That might be the preferred starting position for tomorrow's Haas World Championship 100 race here at Pocono. Take a look there. Go through the rest of the results right there. Everyone's clocked in a full time. Peyton Hamilton's slowest right now. There are a lot of guys who had opportunities of winning this championship, whose shots at winning the championship basically ended 2 weeks ago at Gateway when Chase Harris won that race. Of course, Harris went into that race at Gateway with a string of 4 straight 20th place finishes or worse. Went on and won his 5th race of the season, and now all he's got to do is finish 25th or better, and he is your Haas IndyCar Series champion for 2020. So, it's pretty much a cakewalk for Chase Harris. However, it's never over until it's over, and that possibility is still there for Nicholas Samedeo. Samedeo is definitely going to be fighting for the win. That's all he can do is win the race, and that's what he needs to do in order to win the championship, and if he fails to win the race, he will not have any shot at winning the championship here in the Haas IndyCar Series for his 2nd straight time. But either way, tomorrow's race will be interesting nonetheless. As you can tell, we're going to have some very unique racing here. 40 laps tomorrow in the Haas World Championship. So one of the longer races of the season for these guys. But if it stays green, it'll be a very fast-paced race here in the Pocono Raceway, and we should have a fun one here in the Haas IndyCar Series to cap off the season. Turkey Hill Truck Series returns to Napa Fan next weekend. Later today, not too far off from now, over on the Velocity Racing Network, it's the 3rd race of the season there at Watkins Glen for the Lake Effect Ice Cream 175. Huge thanks to Matt for pulling that one off for us. But Turkey Hill Truck Series returns next weekend at Iowa, and the weekend after that at Charlotte, and then the first weekend in October. It's a pretty big deal. We're going to be going the Twin Ring Motegi in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series for an exhibition race, hosting the 1,000th race on Napa Fan. Yes, 1,000th race on Napa Fan. These are times where I question what I'm doing with my life. No, either way, definitely looking forward to that event. Obviously, you know, when we did the 500th race back in 2017, we did make a special event out of it, and we are technically doing that as well, but it is an official Chick-fil-A Cup Series special event. So, unfortunately, there won't be official signups for it. I didn't want to make too big of a deal out of it. Max Anderson's got a problem there in the 3. But we're definitely looking forward to the race happening. Of course, a lot of guys like Trey Bartow, Jesse Stern, a lot of those guys who have been around for so long are going to be in that race, obviously, since they're in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And, yeah, we're definitely looking forward to the Twin Ring Motegi, the international exhibition for the 1,000th race on Napa Fan. Going to be either 54 or 55 laps of Twin Ring Motegi. We're looking at moving the International 401 there next year, so we're going to have to see how that all plays out. First time we've ever gone to Twin Ring, and that'll be the first weekend in October here on Napa Fan for the 1,000th race on Napa Fan. Yeah, I've done a lot of these things, and here we are, 5.5 years into doing this, and we've already done 1,000 races. But hey, a huge thanks to all you guys for just being there the whole way. It's going to be a blast when we get to that one, and definitely hope you guys check that out and enjoy it, regardless of if you're in the race or not. It'll mean a lot to me, and definitely looking forward to that one coming up here. So this race right here is going to be the 997th race on Napa Fan tomorrow. And it looks like Marty Johnson will lead us to the green flag in the 997th race on Napa Fan. The 996th race was won by Gatlin Downey last Sunday afternoon, I should say, at Darlington. And now we're going to go ahead and have some fun here with the Haas World Championship 100 in the 997th race, Iowa 998 in the Turkey Hill Truck Series, Charlotte 999, and then, of course, the International Exhibition Chick-fil-A Cup Series special event at Twin Ring Motegi for the 1,000th race on Napa Fan. And we'll add 40 more seconds here, and there'll probably be another 30-second addition to the qualifying here. And if we had a closer championship battle, we would have done group qualifying, but there was no point in me doing that when there really wasn't a close enough championship battle. You know, where you start is going to mean quite a bit, though, to where you finish, though, and I think the guys who start up front are going to have a better advantage throughout the race. It's kind of interesting how the race is going to play out. Obviously, you know, a lot faster of a track. It's going to be a lot more like the Indianapolis 250. Of course, last year we had the track just a little bit too slow. But definitely looking forward to see how this whole thing plays out. And it looks like Marty Johnson and Garrett are going to lead to the green flag. The winner of this race last year, Nathan Faden, there starting in third. Definitely a guy to watch out for here at Pocono. Obviously knows what he's doing at this racetrack, and definitely going to be intriguing to see what he can do there from the third starting position. Jordan Lopez, Christian Master, Tristan Allen, Noah Clifton, Justin Zaidel, Nicholas Samedillo. You know, if he wins the race and Chase Harris finishes deep enough, Samedillo could steal this championship away. We got Thomas Lipscomb there in 10th with Troxel, the one Machina Luke Rainey, Chase Harris all the way down in 16th. That'll be interesting to see how he fares from that starting position. But either way, this is how they will line up for the Haas World Championship 100 race here from Pocono. Tomorrow at noon Eastern Time on Napa Fan. Marty Johnson, Garrett Senor, Nathan Faden, Jordan Lopez, Christian Master, the top 5. Tristan Allen, Noah Clifton, Justin Zaidel, Nicholas Samedillo, and Thomas Lipscomb, the top 10. As you take a look at the rest of the results right there. And that is how they will line up for the finale race in the 2020 Haas IndyCar Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys tomorrow at noon Eastern Time over on Napa Fan, the only race of the weekend here on Napa Fan for the Haas World Championship 100 in the Haas IndyCar Series. Marty Johnson will lead us to the green flag here from Pocono. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.